I'm Robert Williams from MetalRules.com, and joining me tonight in San Antonio, Texas, as part of the Devolution 25 Years of Total Destruction Tour is Schmier, bassist and vocalist for German thrash legends Destruction. How you doing today, Schmier?
I'm doing great. You have a great day today here in town. You get some good dinner with some friends. Nice sunny day, good venue. So should be the perfect evening for us tonight.
So ever since you and Mike rejoined forces in the last part of the 90s, you've steadily been releasing albums every few years, first with All Hell Breaks Loose, and then The Antichrist, Metal Discharge. Is your new album, Devolution, a concept album? It seems like a lot of the themes on the album.
Yeah. I mean, we're dealing with the degeneration of mankind, everything gets more rude, and we're we're progressing in many ways, but basically, our behavior is going back to cavemen, So, and that's the whole album, dealing with the subjects, from little points like daily life stuff to political stuff, and I just think, there was time for me to write that down. When I started writing lyrics for the album, I just was diving more into that shit, and I found out that, the whole direction was clear, so the Devolution title was, that's why we're also using this kind of acrostic, this kind of concept with the dots after the first letter.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wanted to be, it's not a concept album telling a big story. It's just a wake up call, for everybody. Like, hey, what's going on here?
And the track listing actually spells Devolution.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Their important show you guys are playing is the Chris Witchunter tribute show. You're headlining that with Sodom. What are some of your favorite memories of your fallen comrade, Chris?
He was always a very funny guy. He enjoyed life, and that was also the problem of his career. He drank too much,
Yeah.
He always was like, he'd be here and he'd be there, and he was always in good mood. But sometimes you have to just set yourself limits, and I have always great memories about him. He was playing with Destruction for one whole tour. He helped out when Tommy, our drummer, left. He helped out in a whole tour, which was a very funny tour. We've been headlining, Creator and Rage was supporting us in '86, and it was a great tour. And we always had contact with him over the years, but I could see that he was struggling on the Sodom thing. When he get out of Sodom, he never came over the split. So over the years, when I saw him again and again at the shows, he was always more going down, more, drinking more and more and stuff, because he couldn't get over the whole problem, and he didn't want to talk with anybody about that. So it's sad that a funny person and a great talent, was going down like this so quick. He was young, man. It's sad. And I remember last time we played in his area, he came to the show, and I was shocked about the circumstance, because he was so drunk he couldn't even talk anymore. And there was a point where I told all his friends, man, what's going on with him? And they were like, we can't do anything, he's not listening. So I guess, you cannot stop a person from self-destruction, and he was on the way, and it's sad, because he was a great person and a very warm person, he loved his playing, and when he lost his playing and his band, he just, I guess he lost his sense of living.
So tell me about that track, Alliance of Hellhounds, where you had Biff from Saxon and Shagrath and Paul Diano.
I mean, basically, it was always my dream to do that.
How did you do it?
I just asked all those people, and some of them were right away hey, great idea, and some others, took a little longer. But I mean, Saxon was my first heavy metal show in 1981, so it was a big fucking dream to record Biff, on the Destruction album.
Another track I wanted to ask you about on the Metal Discharge album a couple of years ago, on the bonus tracks, the Fuck the USA cover by The Exploited, that stirred up a bit of controversy back when that came out, and I know you guys said it was more of a jab at the Bush administration than the American public, but seeing as Bush is not in office anymore, what's your current view on America?
I mean, the bad thing that could happen to America is that Bush is gone now, and Obama is a president that has a view, and it's like, it's fresh blood in American policy. I think the whole thing will open up for America again now, because Bush made it very hard for everybody to cooperate with America, and we did this song as a free download when Bush started the Iraq War, because we thought the Iraq War is not necessary, and it was just a statement against the war. But I got death threats, hundreds of death threats.
Yeah.
Even from Billy Milano. Billy, you didn't kill me yet. What's going on? It's kind of silly though. I mean, when my administration fucks up, I'm the first in line who says fuck my government. They do so many mistakes,
Yeah.
So that song was just a statement against the war, and not against personal beings in America. It was we didn't even write that song. Come on, it's a cover version.
I think you guys got more flack for that than the Exploited did.
Exactly. I think the Exploited never get bashed as much as we did for doing the cover version, which is kind of ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And it's at the end, it's only rock and roll. And if you cannot speak out what we think anymore, why should you play this fucking music? We don't get rich. We have a good time, and sometimes I see myself as a global person, touring the world. I see many different things. There's no perfect society, There's no perfect country, and sometimes it's just important to speak out,
Yeah.
So at the end, I mean, when we came back to America the first time after we did the cover version in 2003 or 4, it was. The first tour I was like, who's gonna come up here and gonna try to fucking hit me or shoot me, But then Dimebag gets shot 1 year later.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, ugly, because people sending me hundreds of death threats because I did a cover version of a song. And when Dimebag got killed, we thought about, should we tour America again, because it's kind of, dangerous. In the end, you cannot, you can't do anything about it. You love your job. I love my fans. I have to go out there and play. Take the challenge. If I die on stage, then it had to happen. Whatever. Of course, it's been a weird situation around these Dimebag years. Because if you get death threats, it's never a good feeling.
Yeah.
And when Dimebag got killed, it was like I was in shock for weeks and weeks and weeks, because that's just not right. If you want to face somebody, get your fists up and tell them eye to eye, but not like that. That's fucking coward bullshit. Whatever. That's life, I guess,
Yeah, cheers. Well, Schmier,
cheers to Dimebag, man.
Cheers to Dimebag.
One of the greatest American guitar players for metal ever.
I know you're a busy guy, Schmier. Before we wrap this up, any last words for your fans out there?
Thanks for coming out to the gigs. We have a lot of young kids coming back to the gigs now, which is fucking fantastic to see. I mean, a whole new generation of thrash metal kids that like the old school. There was some shows where there was like so many young people, I couldn't fucking believe it. It's a global thing right now. People are fed up with all the commercial shit. The young kids want to have aggressive, honest music again, which is great to see. So yeah, I'm fucking proud to be out here playing for the new generation again. And one day I will see those bands in Germany playing, and I'm going to be at their gig, and see them in my country. And I look forward to that. So let the metal fucking flow, motherfuckers.